Hello, every pony. Welcome back. We're ready for chapter 19. When we last left our heroines, they were, as I recall, torturing some poor, roughly Russian or Ukrainian-sounding guy for information. So, I'm ready to get back to this. I still have not gotten my new microphone yet. I'm getting really impatient. It better be here tomorrow. Alright. So, chapter 19. Let me... Hang on. Sorry. Crap. Put that over there. Just gotta adjust some stuff. Hang on. Alright. Chapter 19. That's it. I'm cutting it off. Oh god, no, please, I want to stay a boy! Vinyl, I said, put those hedge clippers away. Why do we even have those? We don't even have a garden to trim. Damn straight. I'm using the safety scissors this time. Vinyl hollered back, a pair of safety scissors in her deadly magical grip. What do you mean you don't know where Silver Streak is? I can't tell you because I don't know, the Colt shouted back. I don't even think we have a meeting place. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to spill before I spill your guts, Vinyl bellowed, holding the scissors at his neck. Vinyl, not on the carpet. Right, we're moving to the kitchen. The bowl will be easier to clean. We operate in cells, he yelled. Little groups part of the Silver Hooves, sprinkled all over Equestria and different cities, different districts. When he saw that Vinyl wasn't going to eviscerate him, he spoke more calmly. We get our orders through discreet methods, business cards, napkin letters, things like that. If you're lying... I'm not, he sputtered. I'm the courier of the cell who retrieves our orders, I swear. Then tell us where your little friends are hiding, she hissed. I don't know that either, it's all secret. We don't even know each other's real names, we all go by code names. What code names? I'm Silverstone, okay? Vinyl, I sighed, pushing her off. Go cool off. Vinyl begrudgingly tore open our balcony window, slamming it shut. I sighed. Silverstone. His ears perked. Why did you even join the Silver Horseshoes in the first place? Silverstone slumped a little. I have my reasons. He let out a heavy sigh. I miss him so much. Oh boy, here it comes, Vinyl said, rolling her eyes. What sob story have you got for us now? Bring on the waterworks. He sniffed some more. Vinyl, I have a heart, I scolded. Newsflash, I'm a vampire, remember? We don't have hearts. At least, according to these guys. She snapped, jerking a hoof at him. He's a bunny, Silverstone admitted. I resisted the urge to roll my eyes. My pet bunny, Angel. Silverstone began to sob. My best friend! Angel. Where have I had that name before? Oh, brother, Vinyl snorted. So, what happened to Angel? Lycan ate him. Do you know this for a fact? I said slowly. Absolutely. What else could have broken into my house and gobbled poor Angel up? There was even blood on the floor, and I know it wasn't ketchup. That has got to be the stupidest story in the world. If it's even true, Vinyl said. Why are you so mean to me? He sniffed again. Because you tried to kill us with a... Vinyl paused. What is this? Vinyl, that's, Vinyl continued to hold the blade in her sizzling hoof, despite the fact that she had a horn on her head. A silver knife. Really? It's the best you could do. Does any pony smell something burning? Oh! Oh, hot! She waved her hoof around. I blew a raspberry. Serves you right. That's it. Where's my torture kit? You have a torture kit? I watched her trot into her room. I turned back to the pale Colt, reassuring him. She doesn't have a torture kit, I promise. Here's Vinyl! He squealed, seeing the white mare levitating several objects in her magic glow. Our doorbell rang several times. I jumped up, snatching the devices from Vinyl. Opening the front door, I met with one of our neighbors. He looked particularly peeved, with bags under his eyes and in need of a shave.
Can you keep it down in here? What in equestria are you two doing?
I glanced down at the whip and gag in my hoof. I was sweating and my face was flushed. His eyes arched, glinting with a revelation.
Oh. Oh!
He grinned lewdly.
Can I watch?
I slammed the door in his face.
My nose!
He cried. I huffed. The nerve. You are so hot when you're assertive. Vinyl grinned, leaning in a little, throwing a hoof around my neck. Not now, Vinyl. I giggled as she pulled me closer. She rolled on top of me, our chests pressed close. Well, that kills the moment. Keep going. Just pretend I'm not even here. Silverstone sputtered sheepishly. You can go ahead and kiss if you want. Beep, beep, beep.
Wham!
I slammed my hoof down upon the alarm clock, shattering it into pieces. I rubbed my temple with a sigh before becoming acutely aware of the pony next to me in my bed. I wasn't even going to bother asking why she was in my bed. Vinyl. Did we do anything last night? Vinyl smacked her lips. Nope. Not tasting a thing. My head was throbbing, mainly due to Vinyl's speakers currently put at a reasonable volume blasting out a song. Are you listening to Sapphire Shores? I asked incredulously. Remixed, of course. There were several muffled cries from the living room. He's still here? Uh-huh. Vinyl's head followed the beat of the song. I'm surprised no ponies come to get him. Luna's guards will be here eventually. She clucked her tongue. Eventually. What a waste of time. We learned something, didn't we? I tried being optimistic. Nothing useful, Vinyl said bitterly. I know you're frustrated. I'm more than frustrated. And if it weren't for my limited vocabulary, I'd be able to convey it to you in a much more refined manner. I stared. I've never heard so many words with that many syllables come out of your mouth. I shook my head. Anyway, I'm sure everything will work out. Once we find Silverstreak, we'll put her in jail. No. No? She won't be able to rot in jail. And why is that? I'm going to kill her. The eyes of a killer. I glossed over Silverstreak's public records, flipping through the manila folder. She was young, almost as young as us. Her coat and mane seemed to be natural and not dyed like the rest of her organization. I felt a little uncomfortable staring at her mugshots. Her gaze was sharp and cold, devoid of any happiness or joy. I'm assuming that by her mugshots she has a criminal record? Not at all, Lou replied. Every pony has their face and side profile on record. Right. Well, this is very short. Correct. Obviously, because, according to this, Silverstreak is an upstanding member of society. Not a single misdemeanor, not a single infraction, not even a littering ticket. Perhaps we could look into other things, I suggested, tracing my hoof over the page. It says here her family is deceased. Both sides? So it seems. I'm afraid there is no pony to look to if we want to learn more about Silverstreak. Another dead end. I'm so sick of this bureaucracy, Vinyl snapped. We've got all the evidence we need. The photograph, the note on our door. Where are we grabbing this hayseed? We cannot prove it was her on such flimsy evidence. At most, we could connect her name to the note, but then what? She'd look like a friendly neighbor dropping off a newspaper at your front door. There's gotta be eyewitnesses. Octavia's one of them. She met her face to face. In a nightclub, yes. In which an exchange of a compromising photo that we cannot even show to the public took place. Final, I understand you want to end this nightmare, but you must be patient. I'm done waiting around, Princess. All we're doing is sitting on our fat flanks waiting for something to happen, she shouted. Vinyl Scratch was the only pony I ever knew who had the gall to raise her voice at the princess. In a way, it spoke volumes about her. Just think, Vinyl Scratch. Just think for 1 second, Luna snapped, putting a hoof down. We apprehend Silverstreak. Then what? Vinyl remained silent. We detain her for a few days, at most, before her minions come to bail her out. Talk, 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 she muttered. No action. Nothing's getting done. As she trotted away, I could hear her mumble. Want something done in this town, you gotta do it yourself. Vinyl, you are not to go after her yourself, Luna bellowed, stomping a hoof, leaving a crack in the floor. Do I make myself clear? Vinyl waved a hoof behind her dismissively. I sighed. May I have a copy? I asked Luna. Of course. And do you think you could give me a copy of her bank statements? Luna raised an eyebrow. Yes, although I fail to see what they would reveal. I shall request the papers as soon as possible. Thank you. Our little impromptu meeting with the princess had made me late for rehearsal. I found that those hours spent with my group were a brief respite from all that nonsense about secret societies and whatnot. I was feeling better as of late, and it reflected in my music. Late into the evening, when the day was done, I'd expected to catch Vinyl on her way down the stairs, going to her job. I usually did see her leaving. I twisted the key in the lock, spitting the bitter copper taste out. The door creaked open slowly. The apartment lights were dimmed. Vinyl... I dropped my bags, beginning to trot a little faster around the room. Something was missing. Not something, a lot of things. The entire apartment looked off. Vinyl... Her room looked bare. Her bed was still there, her records, her set. A quick glance at her room revealed some clothes missing, a few pairs of shades. On a napkin on our kitchen table there was a message scrawled in sloppy printing with an ink pen. Goodbye. That's chapter 19, ending on a bit of a somber note. I know it's a bit short, but I'm really gonna wait till tomorrow night to see if my microphone shows up so we can at least finish out the story, the last few chapters, a little better quality. It's really all I have to say, to be honest. You know, I hate leaving you guys on a cliffhanger like that, but what are you gonna do? I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully we'll be making some more progress tomorrow with better equipment.